I want to welcome our distinguished Secretary of State.
Can you assure me, this committee, and the American people that the United States will not initiate a preemptive attack on Iran?
Well, Congressman, first of all, let me say that I think the President's made very clear that we're not planning or intending an attack on Iran. What we are doing is we're responding to a number of Iranian policies, both in Iraq and around the world, that are actually quite dangerous for our national security. On September 11th, we've been very engaged in the global war on terrorism. And I think the question isn't why won't we talk to Tehran? The question is why won't they talk to us? What is so important in continuing to enrich and reprocess that they can't take the offer of the United States to reverse 27 years of policy, to sit and talk about whatever they'd like? So I would, again, put the offer on the table. The world is worried, not the United States, the world is worried about Iran's nuclear activities. Members of the Foreign Service to go to these difficult posts. I've not had to do that. We have indeed changed incentives. We have indeed. Their president talks incessantly about how they're becoming nuclear. They're going to have 3,000 centrifuges. They're going to go to industrial scale production. He does it having uttered in the same breath, practically, that that Iran ought to wipe Israel off the map. It's frankly, Congressman, not talk that I want to engage. But I'm perfectly ready to engage with the Iranians when they demonstrate that they are not seeking a nuclear weapon by doing what the world has asked of them and has been asking of them for 2 years. Simply suspend the enrichment and reprocessing, and we'll talk. Who can help on the agricultural side. These are not people that the Department of State or USAID employ. I do believe that the president of Venezuela is really destroying his own country, economically, politically. This is a place with which we've had traditionally very good relations and would like to continue to have good relations.
Madam Secretary, I know in due course I will get an official...
We're going to continue to call attention to the concerns about democracy. It's a good question where we put it, the country at this point, because I think it's in a transition, a negative transition, if you will. And I hope that everyone in America understands that we have a lot of civilians who are very courageous and are taking great personal risk because they believe in these missions. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Madam Secretary. Let me just say from my own